You already know what it is. Great Man of God Media TV back with another one. It's almost 2 o'clock in the goddamn morning, but it is what it is. Boxing is life. It's East Coast time out this motherfucker. But I'm still up, putting out content, man. Anyway, man. Hey, man, this was a very, very great night of boxing. So much to talk about. You know, eventually I'll consistently go live while these matches are happening, you know, especially the main events. But, you know, you had Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. You had David Benavidez versus Alexander Vostok. You know, you also had Matias, who fought in Puerto Rico. Sabrio Matias also who fought. Who else fought? The dude from, I just watched his highlights. This guy here I just watched, Ben Whitaker, the guy that's real flashy, that reminds you of he's his own style really, but a little bit like Emmanuel Augustus, a little bit with the, you know, unorthodox style, and he evades punches all the time, and then, you know, does this showboat. They call it showboating, but that's just his style. That's a part of his aesthetics now. People just gotta accept that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? But I watched him fight some African dude who said he wants to be a goddamn doctor. At the same time, he is training for a professional boxing match. That made no goddamn sense. But Ben Whitaker won by unanimous decision. So we'll see what's next with him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm watching this post-fight press conference, which is still going on between Frank Martin and Tank Davis, as well as David Benavidez and Alexander Vostok. Tongue twister there. Reporter asked him a very interesting question, man. I'm going to play this clip. Hopefully I don't get flagged, but I want to play this clip to give you guys an illustration of what was said and give you guys my thoughts about it. But I'm going to play this clip real quick and give you guys my thoughts on this. Let's see. Hold on. How should I do this? I'm trying to think. Well, you know what? I'll just play the clip. Let's see what happens. I'll play the clip.
David over here to your left. Mohammed Mubarak with EURweb.com. Congratulations, first of all, on a well-fought fight. You did very well at light heavyweight. You mentioned that you may go back down to 168. Why go back down when you still have an opportunity to dominate 175?
Because I want to be that dominant fighter that dominates both weight classes. You know, I think it sends a stronger message if I could go down to 168, dominate that weight class, win another world championship, and then come up to 168 and defend both of them simultaneously. You know what I mean? I think that's the mark of a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? And that's my main goal. You know, I want to be a Hall of Famer. I want to be remembered in the history books. And if that's going to get me there faster, then that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Just want to stop it right there. Hey, man, listen. David Benavidez dares to be great. That's what they say. That's a cliche term in boxing. Dare to be great, right? He wants to be a two-division champion simultaneously within 168 and 175. Again, a two-division champion simultaneously from 168 to 175. Hey, he's daring to be great. However, I highly advise against that. Jumping up and down in weight is a no-no. I don't care if it's one weight class up or down. That's not good, bro. That's not good. Focus on, just like the reporter said, focus on 175. Become undisputed in that division, right? If you want to be undisputed, right, in 175, and you want to stay there and defend those titles, that's one thing. You just want to be a champion or undisputed at or do the Terrence Crawford thing, right? You become undisputed at one division and then move on to the next, because he doesn't defend his titles. As in Terrence Crawford, he doesn't defend his titles. He just likes to skip divisions and become undisputed. So I'm not sure what his game plan is. Well, he just said it basically, but if he decides to do that, right? If he decides to stay at 175 and become undisputed and defend his titles, then yeah, that's still a Hall of Famer credentials, especially the how many times you defend your titles. Yeah. And you're already too damn big for 168. You know what I'm saying? You can barely make weight. You killing yourself to make 168. You are a natural cruiserweight because you walk around at cruiserweight. You walk around at 200 pounds. So you're sucking yourself down to go to 168. 175, you know, as far as the fight, let's go to the fight as well. I watched the fight, and the telltale sign was not his ability to box. His speed was there, right? His natural attributes that he had dominated at 168 translated to 175 with the exception of power, because he did not bother, hurt, or even stun Bostic with anything. He gave Bostic his best shot, and Bostic took it like nothing, like it was a fly. So if that's the case at 175, your power doesn't translate. What makes you think that you're going to beat Bivol or Benavidez at 175? You got to make these guys honest. And the most devastating puncher at 175 is Benavidez. But Benavidez is injury prone right now, and he's pushing 40. Right? So I'm definitely picking Bivol to possibly stop Benavidez with the accumulation of shots. But as far as you fighting Bivol or Benavidez, you get no shot. You get no shot, man. Seeing that performance, like I said, you couldn't hurt or stun or nothing with Bostic. You couldn't do shit with Bostic because the power did not translate. So you couldn't do shit with Bostic at 175. That was your debut at 175. And if I'm going to compare you and Canelo at 175, and Canelo had 2 fights at 175. One, he stopped Kovalev. Regardless of what you say about, oh, well, Kovalev was at this stage. Listen, people forget that he beat Anthony Yarde and stopped him with a jab. Before he fought Canelo at 175, he stopped Anthony Yarde with a jab. Knocked his ass out with a goddamn jab. All right? And you know, when he fought Canelo at 175, he was looking damn good the first 4 or 5 rounds. He was looking damn good. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, Canelo has his granite chin. His chin, his ability to roll, parry, catch, and shoot punches is unparalleled. You know? And the fact that he can absorb shots, pause, he's the best in the business when it comes to punch resistance. Right? But comparing you and Canelo at 175, I'm going to say Canelo looked better at 175 than you did against Bostic, even with the loss against Bivol. Bivol had to work. All right? He had to work to win that fight. And Bivol is a precision puncher that has snap on his punches. He couldn't bother. Besides the jab, he couldn't really bother Canelo. And even when Canelo decided, hey, you know what? Come over here. Pause. Come over here. Let's exchange punches. Bivol didn't want to do that because of the power of Canelo at 175. So yes, my point is Canelo, his power translates to 175. He hits like a light heavyweight. Apparently, it looks like David Benavidez does not hit like a light heavyweight. It looks like he hits like a super middleweight, a 168 pounder. He hits like that. So his power does not translate to 160. His power does not translate to 175. That's just the proof is in the pudding. You couldn't do shit with Bostic, right? Nothing with Bostic. Nothing you did hurt, stun, bothered Bostic at all, right? So, hey, if you want to be a 2-time division champion simultaneously at 168 and 175, have a crack at it. But let's see how it ends up. Let's see how that ends well with you, Benavidez. I want you to become champion at 175, right? And eventually, I definitely want you to fight the winner of Benavidez Bivol and eventually Canelo. But that power, man, that power at 175 is like I said, I don't see it. I don't see that power you had at 168. I don't see it translated to 175. I didn't see that because you couldn't hurt you couldn't hurt Bostic. But hey, what do I know? Just a guy talking shit on the internet with his own YouTube channel. So it is what it is. You know. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Just like an asshole, everyone has opinions, right? Leave your comments down below about what do you think about his performance? What do you think about David Benavidez' performance against Bostic? Leave your comments down below, family. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, signing out. Peace.